Bonjour. Bonjour et bienvenue à ce deuxième forum.
Good morning and welcome to the second forum for a positive economy, and positive because its stakeholders are interested in the consequences and impacts of their production on the longer term on the society and the environment. So I have good news for you this morning. We already have a positive economy and we have stakeholders of the positive economy here for microcredit, microfinance. We do have entrepreneurs in the field of social economy working in solidarity. This is one piece of good news. And the other piece of good news is that people generally say that a crisis is a good moment to change one's points of view and also move towards something different. Okay, so this is the reason why we're here today. We do have ambitions, but we want to have a showcase for these ambitions in order to actually demonstrate how we can actually achieve a positive economy. So we have 3 days to talk about all this, and to open up this forum I would like to welcome Arnaud Ventura, who is the co-founder of Planet Finance and for this movement of for a positive economy. Arnaud Ventura, please. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to be with you here again this morning. 1 year ago, we launched this movement for a positive economy in this room. It was a bit different, but we have as many people today, and I'm really delighted to be here with you again 1 year after. And when we started this movement 1 year ago, people were quite skeptical about it because, you know, people thought it was just a concept, a theory, but something virtual, not real. And we, and all participants here, I believe, realized that the positive economy was actually a reality, bringing together many stakeholders in many different fields and areas and industries. And of course, this means that we do have people out there working in a sustainable and responsible way, whilst taking account of future generations by taking account of their own immediate interests, but also everybody else's interests on the longer term. And this is what you're going to hear about for 3 days now. Let me tell you and remind you about why we decided to create this movement. What was the actual origin of this movement? Why did we start it last year? Well, it all started with the crisis, the financial crisis, I believe, that we have had it for years now, and it actually started because of financial institutions who wanted to maximize their profit on the short term, and they created huge debts for the poorer populations. And so we are the Planet Finance. We are developing microcredit for poor people. So you might think that this is what we do as well. No, actually not, because we do microcredit to help these people, to help them become richer and take care of their lives. So we are here for the development on a longer term and helping those people who don't have access to finance. So it's actually the same thing as actually granting credit to poor people, but with different values and with the long-term and future generations in mind. We also think about these people's children and not just maximizing profit on the short term. So this is what we're talking about here. We can actually act differently in economy and in finance, and we can work in different fields, in the industry, in service provision, with different values at hand. So we are here because, of course, we have all these stakeholders who represent a positive economy working in various fields of activity, but with the same values in mind. So beyond microfinance now, for 15 years, of course, you all know that when we created Planet Finance in 1998, approximately 5 million people had access to microfinance. It was approximately 10 million euros. Now we have 200,000 million people, and we have much more investment, and a positive finance and responsible investment actually has further developed. 1 billion euros were invested in socially responsible investment. A few years from now we are talking about more than 100 billion euros, $600 million in the US, and now we are talking about $5,000 billion in the US. If you talk about fair trade, you all know about fair trade. 15 years ago, we had less than 30 million euros in sales in this sector, and now we are talking about more than 500 million euros just for France. And beyond fair trade, once again, if you talk about clean energy, and the global production of clean energy, renewable energy, over the past 5 years has doubled. So if you look at all these different areas of a positive economy, well, they develop more and more. And it's something that happens in a quite unexpected way. And also, it's quite overlooked. People don't actually realize this. And this is why we decided to create the LH Forum in order to bring together all the different stakeholders in this economy who can be a source of inspiration for others as well. So a positive economy is something that is very attractive for many people, social entrepreneurs, major corporations, investors who believe that this is a way of investing with meaning, but also in a profitable way. And it's also very attractive to many young people who think about their future and believe that they can have a better future if they contribute to society. So here you're going to meet all these different people, all these different categories of people, thinkers who are the forgers of this economy, and who actually are active. You're going to hear Jeremy Rifkin, Paulo Forion, and so forth and so on. You're going to hear many people, Mathieu Ricard, Carole Bouquet, and also Mathieu Ricard, who is going to talk, who are actually going to tell you about all this. You're going to hear social entrepreneurs as well, Jean-Marc Aurello, Sébastien Kopp, who is the co-founders of Veja and many others, and many company managers who are going to tell us about how they can support this positive economy and how do they act in this positive economy today. Because, of course, one of the lessons drawn since 18 months now is that, well, this sector is not just a trend or just an isolated trend at the corner of the street. No, it is a full-fledged movement, a phenomenon that is really changing the way we are doing business at all levels of the society. The LH Forum this year, and you will see this, has changed a lot compared to last year. We have 2 rooms this year with plenary sessions, and we are going to talk about different subjects: the industry, the circular economy, finance, education. And I would like to invite you to get organized, look at the program, and make sure that you decide where you want to go. We have more than 3,000 participants this year, with up to 1,500 people per room, so you need to get organized. So LH Forum also has organized a Carrefour for a positive economy, and this is something that we have created with the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which is a platform allowing social entrepreneurs and investors and major corporations to meet. The LH Forum for Children is also something that is very dear to my heart. And, well, we thought, we're talking about a positive economy, we're talking about the economy for the future, and of course, for the future means for future generations, so we really need to involve our children. And thanks to Caroline Fest, who is the founder of Living School, and I would like to very much thank her for that. We have 300 kids who are going to be here with us and who are going to be actively involved. Some of them are going to tell us stories about the way they practice a positive economy. Others are going to brainstorm their ideas around projects that are going then to be implemented throughout the year. So this is going to be on Friday. Now, beyond the forum itself, we have also worked around many other subjects this year. You know already, some of you will remember that last year here, the President of the Republic had ordered a report from Jacques Attali, and it was finalized, and it was handed over last Saturday, and I will let Jacques tell you more about this morning. And during this year, we have also very much worked on more in-depth analysis of some of the subjects that are going to be tackled here today. And we have created a second book, which is called the Positive Book, and you can actually buy it from here. And we also have the student competition for the Vision for the Future. More 200 students have participated in it, and we are going to have an award winner today. Or during the forum, sorry. So beyond the forum, and some of you will discover that, some of you already know about this, we have really tried to start a trend, start a movement here. And I was surprised to hear the President of the Republic last Saturday tell us that we should talk more about the positive economy. We should mobilize people around a positive economy. And he asked us to make sure that we would get as many people involved in the development of such an economy as possible. So for us, this is one of the instruments which really is here to disseminate the idea of a positive economy. We have to talk about it with young people for you to be able to get involved in it. We have to talk about the positive economy to all people, to all stakeholders, so that they can think about how to develop a positive economy within their own companies and activities. And this is why you have the forum. This is why we have a series of tools. We have social networks as well. EcoPlus TV is giving you programs on a positive economy on a regular basis. You have many different channels that you can use in order to change the world. So we count on you to get involved. Now I would like to invite Edouard Philippe, who is the mayor of Le Havre, to come up on stage. He was the first to start changing the world in Le Havre by buying in this concept of a positive economy. Edouard.
Changer le monde, là, non. C'est modeste. Changer le monde, hein, carrément. Bienvenue au Havre. Bienvenue dans la...
Change the world. Yes, that's what we want to do. Welcome to Le Havre. Welcome in a city stamped by its harbor and industrial history and proud of it. Welcome in a city that is not well known in its ins and outs. Since 2005, it's been listed on the UNESCO Heritage List. And over the past years, Le Havre has multiplied by 40 its tourist numbers, flows. And Impressionist painting was very present here. And in the years to come, Le Havre will create and receive several new jobs connected to the renewable marine energy industries. So welcome to Le Havre. Welcome, because Le Havre is all of this and much more. One of the characteristics of our city is that it is a harbor. And what you do in a harbor, you exchange goods. You see people come, you see people go. You exchange ideas also. Ports and harbors are open cities, cities for exchanges, and Le Havre was designed to be a city of exchange. It is a city of the Renaissance. When I say that, I know that you have to believe me, take it at face value, because when you walk around the city, it's difficult to see that this true city of Renaissance is not the Loire Valley castles. It's here, Le Havre, as it was created, designed by François Ier, the King of France, who wanted to open France to the New World. It had just been discovered a few years earlier, and so this is a city that often was knocked down, but then rebuilt also. Welcome to a city where we want to be audacious, daring, bold. A city where instantly we decided to agree, immediately, instantly, to follow this idea of positive economy. And we felt that Le Havre would be the place where all these ideas would be created, spun out, around this concept of positive economy. And for that, we needed to be quite bold to launch this forum. And last year, when we opened our forum, exactly a year ago, on the other side of the street, there were demonstrations and eggs were being thrown on this building because the very idea of the possibility of of creating, of organizing such a forum on positive economy could take place here, where we would start thinking about changing economy. A philosopher that I like wrote that nothing in history, nothing in the world could take place and become very important if there was no passion to fuel it. Well, I think that we don't have any demonstrations. Nobody is against what we're doing anymore. What we need to do now is develop what positive economy is, what these new ways of doing economy is. And this, as illustrated in different parts of the world, in larger corporations, in SMEs, in co-ops. You find these new ways of doing economy as individuals do it, or actions take place where thousands and thousands of people are brought together, gathered around an idea. And this is not only here in Le Havre that we change the world. No, the world is changing. And we are bold because all of those who take part in this change, all those who want to think about this change, can do it here in Le Havre, in a welcoming city, in a city where there's always the sun shining. For those of you who are not familiar with Le Havre, you might think that sometimes, no, always sun. The sun shines constantly, and we are very happy, also very honored to receive regularly people from South America, from Asia, North America, Europe, people from Le Havre too, Africans, all who want to create something, to exchange on something, and to build this new world. This is why Le Havre, the very raison d'être, is that. This is why we're here. Be cautious. I mean, no. Let's be assiduous, attentive. But do sometimes take the time to go and walk around Le Havre. Don't stay in these rooms only, but walk around and see how welcoming and beautiful our city can be. Thank you.